Alright, what's going on, guys? We're now in the time when all of the video game award shows are taking place. And it's not really a surprise that this year has been a little bit dry aside from the major standouts, such as Elden Ring, God of War, and other Game of the Year nominees. But when it comes to award shows that have already taken place this year, it seems like Elden Ring is sweeping all of them. But today we're going to focus on one specifically that happened this week, because Elden Ring won an award that a lot of people seem to disagree with, and I'm going to give my take on. And then we have some quotes from Yasuhiro Kitao and Miyazaki himself that have me very excited. But before we get into that today, I need to give a shout out to today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by the Ridge Wallet. Ridge recently sent me their new Forged Ember wallet and key case, and honestly it's a game changer. A big problem I've had for a while is that my wallet is simply too bulky to carry everywhere, but the Ridge Wallet was a great opportunity to only break down the essentials of what I need in a way that's stylish and convenient. The key case is also a fantastic improvement over what I had before because it keeps everything sleek and organized. So if you want to upgrade your wallet game, hop over to ridge.com/Ziostorm for 40% off through December 2nd. Once again, ridge.com/Ziostorm, I can't recommend it enough. So big thank you to Ridge for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back into it. The awards show that we're going to be discussing today was the Golden Joystick Awards, also known as the People's Gaming Awards, which was held this Tuesday and is highly regarded as one of the most prestigious award shows in gaming. But what's notable about the Golden Joystick Awards is that they're primarily voted on by the public, so it's a very good metric to gauge public opinion on a game without any kind of shady business being involved. Now, Elden Ring was nominated for 5 awards at this show, and it won 4 of them, only losing in the category of PlayStation Game of the Year, which kind of surprisingly it lost to Stray. But I want to go through each of the awards that it won, show you the quotes from the FromSoftware team, and then break it down. So let's start with Best Visual Design.
ベストビジュアルデザイン受賞ということで誠にありがとうございます。エルデンリングではですね、ユーザーの皆さんに冒険しているんだというような感覚といったものを楽しんでいただきたいと考えておりまして、アートとは 3D グラフィックスにおいても多彩なキャラクターであるとかマップ、ロケーション、シチュエーションといったものを用意することに尽力しました。ですので、今回の受賞はそうした努力といったものが評価いただけたということだと思っておりますので、開発チーム一同大変嬉しく思っております。今後もユーザーの皆さんに新鮮な体験といったものをお届けしていきたいと考えておりますので、引き続きご期待いただければ幸いです。この度はどうもありがとうございました。
I think out of all the awards that Elden Ring won, this is the one that they deserve the most. Even before we actually got to play the game, one of the things that everybody was noticing was just how good the art direction was. You can easily tell how much creativity was put into this, even in the environments alone. Especially when you get to places like the Eternal Cities, there's very few games out there that actually manage to capture the level of high fantasy and scale of going on an adventure that Elden Ring pulls off. And it seems like based on what Kitao was saying, this award really meant a lot to the team, and I think that's really cool. But the next award that Elden Ring won that I want to discuss with you guys is actually the Critics' Choice Award. And we get to get a statement from Bandai Namco this time, so take a look.
Thank you for this prestigious award. We would like to dedicate this award to the entire team at FromSoftware and Bandai Namco. We hope that the culmination of many years of collaboration between FromSoftware and Bandai Namco has become something that fans around the world can enjoy. We would like to thank the jury for selecting Elden Ring, and we would also like to thank all the users who have supported this work from its announcement until now after its release. Once again, it is very humbling to receive this award. Thank you.
Now it's really interesting that they won this award specifically, because as I mentioned earlier, the majority of the Golden Joystick Awards are fan voted. So you can see that it has both the support of the fans and the critics alike, which is really a testament to what this game has done in the gaming sphere, revolutionizing a lot of common gaming tropes, especially in the modern scene. I mean, we've seen lots of game devs come out and critique of Elden Ring, and I think it really communicates how much of an acquired taste these types of games are. But when that hold of the norm is let loose, you can see that what Elden Ring has has done is going to change gaming forever, past the point that the Souls games already have. But something else that I want to talk about is that they stated that the collaboration between Bandai Namco and FromSoftware over the years is something that the fans can enjoy. And I do find that very interesting, because if you remember to a few weeks ago, according to the Katakawa Investors Report, FromSoftware is working on becoming their own publisher, which means that it's possible that they may not work with Bandai Namco anymore. So I'm not sure whether to take that message as a sign that they're going to continue their partnership, or that they might be ending it on some good terms. I'm not entirely sure, but one thing is for certain, the work done between Bandai Namco and FromSoftware has led to some of the best games we've ever received. And I'm sure everybody can agree on that. But one thing everybody can't agree on is how Elden Ring won this next award, so take a look at this.
こんにちは、フロムソフトウェアの北尾です。この度はベストマルチプレイヤーゲームという素晴らしい賞をいただき、誠にありがとうございます。で、エルデンリングはですね、発売から結構経っているんですけれども、未だにたくさんのユーザーの皆さんにプレイしていただいておりまして、で、その中ではもちろん、マルチプレイで楽しんでくださっているユーザーさんがたくさんいます。で、今回の受賞はですね、そうしたユーザーの皆さんのおかげだというふうに考えておりますので、この場を借りて改めてお礼をお伝えしたいと思います。本当にありがとうございます。で、今後もいくつか、調整など続けていきますので、引き続き楽しんでいただければ幸いです。この度はどうもありがとうございました。
Now, as someone who has made it abundantly clear how much I love PvP and multiplayer in the Souls games and Elden Ring, even I kind of had to do a double take and be like, how did they win best multiplayer game? Because it was going up against games like LEGO Star Wars, Splatoon 3, and Multiverses. And if you guys remember back to the launch of Elden Ring, the multiplayer was not in a good place whatsoever. Now, patch 1.06 did make it significantly better, but even in the state it's in now, I'm not sure I can say it deserves the award. But we do have to keep in mind that these are fan voted, so perhaps that did have some sway, but it's definitely interesting to see the reaction to this. Personally, I think the game needs more of a dedicated multiplayer space. Maybe after we get the arenas, I can say it definitely deserves the recognition for its multiplayer, but as of right now, I'm not so sure. At least when it comes to being recognized over primarily dedicated multiplayer games. But Kitao did confirm in there that there are more updates on the way, and if they're keeping with the same schedule, there should be another one this week or next week. But something that's been going on recently that you probably need to be aware of is that Xbox players have been reporting getting a server maintenance message that Elden Ring servers will be going down from 7 to 10 a.m. UTC. And if you guys follow me on Twitter, I thought this was a sign that a new update was being rolled out, but we've been doing some digging on this, and it appears that it's a glitch and a leftover message from patch 1.07. So false alarm on that, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. But one thing to keep in mind is that official updates will always be announced on the Elden Ring Twitter, and that includes server maintenance. So if you get a message that the servers are going down, make sure to verify it over on the Elden Ring Twitter to make sure if it's real or not. But the final award that Elden Ring won, and the best award that they could have won, was Ultimate Game of the Year. And we get a special message from Miyazaki himself, so check it out.
この度はアルティメットゲームオブジアということで最高の栄をいただきまして本当にありがとうございます。まずはですね、このゲームをプレイして、そして支持してくださった多くのユーザーさんに特別の感謝を伝えたいです。我々がゲームを作る意思であったり、あるいはゲームを作るための素晴らしい状況であったりといったものが、全てユーザーさんに支えられているものだと思っていまして、何度感謝を伝えても足りないと思います。本当にありがとうございます。そしてですね、本作エルデンリングに関しては素晴らしい詩を執筆してくださったジョージ・アール・マーティン氏にも特別の感謝を伝えたいです。彼のシーンをなくしてエルデンリングは全くありえなかったと思いますし、我々に、素晴らしい刺激を与えてくれて、新しい境地を見せてくれたマーティン氏に本当に感謝しています。そしてですね、フロムソフトウェアのエルデンリングのスタッフ、そして、バンダイナムコさんをはじめとするいろいろな会社さん、協力してくださった会社さん、これエルデンリングのチームだと僕は思ってますが、そのエルデンリングのチームの喜びを分かち合いたいと思います。僕はこれ大げさでも何でもなくですね、彼ら今回のエルデンリングのチームには感謝してますし、尊敬もしています。なので、そうした素晴らしいチームのメンバーと、こうした最高の喜びを分かち合えるということに非常に嬉しいと感じております。で、最後になりますけれども、 再びユーザーサインのメッセージということになってしまうんですが、で、この今回のアルティメットゲームオブザイヤーという、最高の評価をいただいたときに言うべきことかどうかというのは、なかなか難しいところがあるんですけれども、我々としてはですね、もっと面白いゲームをこれから作っていこうというふうに思っていますので、ぜひこれからも、ご期待いただければと思います。本日はですね、本当にありがとうございました。
Now, something that caught my eye during that message was that he said it feels odd to say it while they're receiving such a prestigious award, but that they're going to continue making more and more interesting games, and for the fans to continue having high expectations of them. Now, this kind of lines up with what Miyazaki was saying a while back, with how he wants to tackle even more of an abstract fantasy style, and if that doesn't have you excited, I don't know what will, because it seems like every time FromSoftware gets more experimental, that's when we get their best work. So I can't wait to see what they're coming up with. It's been a while since we've heard anything about their next games coming out. Everybody's expecting DLC, but I think it's also time to hear something about their next title. Either way though, the future of FromSoftware is so bright at this point, I wish I could see like 3 years in the future and just get a hint of what's coming. But overall, I'm really happy that they won all these awards. I think they deserve this recognition. I think it's honestly pretty long overdue. Sekiro did win Game of the Year, but they've been putting out games of this quality forever, and none of them have really reached the level of success that Elden Ring did. We'll see if Elden Ring can keep up this sweep through the Game Awards, because something that you may not have noticed on the winner's announcement was that Elden Ring actually had almost double the votes that God of War Ragnarok did. And from a public voting standpoint, I think that's honestly really surprising. Public vote does also play a factor in the Game of the Year at the Game Awards, so it's going to be interesting to see. Personally, I think Elden Ring is going to end up taking it, but I do know about the God of War fans, and those guys are dedicated. But either way though, that's going to pretty much do it for the video today. I hope you enjoyed. I'm just happy to see Elden Ring keep on winning like this. It really makes me proud of FromSoftware. Keep in mind too, we will be streaming the Game Awards right here on the channel, so make sure you're subscribed if you want to tune in for that. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will catch you in the next one.